I want to talk to you about a product called Galbar. Galbar stands for Galvanic Barrier. And what Galbar does, it actually prevents galvanic corrosion. What is galvanic corrosion? Galvanic corrosion is a corrosion that when two different or dissimilar metals actually go together, it would create basically a battery effect, and it will have super corrosion. So each metal, whether it be stainless steel, aluminum, brass, they have different currents that are running through them. So when you have one current that's overtaken another current and put together, then it's actually going to super corrode. The weaker current is going to be overtaken by the stronger current. Now, what I want to do is I want to actually demonstrate, with a meter, is I'm going to demonstrate the different current levels that are going to go through. So if we take the meter and we can just go directly to the stainless steel table. You hear a tone, that means we have a current running through that. We can go to brass, we have a current. We can go to aluminum, we have a current. So when we're going to use the Galbar, we're actually going to put it between these metals, and upon doing that, we're going to stop the current. Therefore, we're going to stop the galvanic corrosion. So what I want to do is just kind of demonstrate with some different metals, and also want to show you the different application process. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of Galbar and put it across this stainless steel table. Just a nice thin layer, and we'll just let that kind of dry as I do the demonstration. So with what I first want to demonstrate is I want to demonstrate brass. And on part of the brass, I actually have already dipped it into the Galbar to where it's dried. So as we've seen, it created a current, and then with the Galbar, no current. When you don't see hear any tone and no numbers coming across here, that means there's no current passing through. So current, and then no current. So same thing with aluminum. Again, it works with all metals, and it has a very thin layer, and you really can't even see it. So again, we have current, we have no current. So the other thing that you can do with Galbar is it actually acts as a minor thread locker. So what that means is when you put it on some bolts, let's say you have a nut and bolt. If you actually apply the Galbar, and even though I can move it, it's not very easy coming off there. So imagine on a ship or an airplane, you have some nuts and some bolts. When you're going to have vibration, some of these can actually work out. So with it being a minor thread locker, it's not going to really work out while it has the vibration. But yet in maintenance, if you ever need to replace any nuts or bolts, you can actually take it off with just a little bit of torque. But hand coming off this way, and it's not corrosion, it's actually Galbar, it does get in there a little bit tight. So the other thing I do want to show is what's really great about Galbar is you can actually make gaskets. So if you're in the field and you needed a gasket for a part, you can make the gasket in the field. So we made a simple gasket here just in the top of this can and poured that in there, and within a couple of hours that made a perfect gasket. So any gaskets that you need to make, Galbar is a fantastic product to be able to do that. So what's also great is another way we did, you've seen how we brushed it on, but you can also dip Galbar, and then we'll let that dry here just a few moments right over here. And then the other thing I do want to show is these were some parts, or excuse me, two pieces of brass that we coated. One we coated with the Galbar, the other we did not coat with anything. These two pieces were, this was coated, these two pieces were in November of 2019. They stayed in the elements for about 2 years, and as you can see, this corroded, and with the Galbar there's virtually no corrosion at all. It is now September 2023, and we still have virtually no corrosion. And that's just as a barrier on top of the product. Now we have tested Galbar with some extreme temperatures. We actually put it in an oven at 450 degrees for 30 minutes, and then we took it directly from the oven and we put it through some, between dry ice, which is 109 degrees below zero, and then the product came out very well and did not destroy the integrity of it. this is the final product after going through 450 degrees in an oven and then 109 degrees below zero. So it's perfect. The integrity is there between the extreme temperatures. So we've seen that we had actually put that on here a few moments ago. I want to show you that it does not tone. Tone, no tone. Tone, no tone. And another application method is actually a syringe, and by using the syringe, you're able to go into some different screw holes that are very easy to apply. And this is Galbar.